everybody, Jaws Jr. here for another adventure inside the world headquarters of Jaws Jr. Entertainment. You're probably wondering, what are you still doing in here? You need to be out picking rocks. I'd have to agree with you. But you know, sometimes the weather doesn't not work out accordingly. So what we've done is we've been doing our own little bits and pieces of work, working on some rocks here inside the world headquarters. Been learning a lot. Not learning enough to show you how to do what I'm doing, but enough to show you the end result of what I did. And as you've seen with a prior video, that, hey, I'm not afraid to show you some fails. So, you're like, what are you talking about? Well, you know, I was dealing with rocks. Got them setting them over here on the bench. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's what I'm talking about. Of course, rocks. There's this pile. Then we come over here, and there is this pile. So, okay, they're a pile of rocks. What gives? So, this one here, this pile, that looks pretty shiny. It's got some reflection to it. Colors pop pretty good. Well, these were polished on the Tumbler's Ultra Vibe 10 vibrating rock tumbler. And it did a pretty good job. These went for 3 days. So, it did pretty good. But now, these rotated in polish for 8 days. Yeah, I don't need to say the name. So, not much shine to them, kind of hazy. Colors are good because they're actually clean. So with that, these are going to get put into something else. So these turned out okay. I think they could be better, but I'm going to try to make them better, but I have to do something else first. As I told you, I am not explaining the procedures because I'm still learning. What I'm doing is telling you pretty much what fails, but that only fails in a way, and let me explain. So, why did the Harbor Freight dual drum rotary rock tumbler fail on polish? You know, I've seen some people use rotaries and turn out some beautiful work on polish. To me, rotaries are good, including the Harbor Freight, is good for coarse grit and medium grit in being able to really shape the stones into a nice shape. And here we experience some of that. So nice round edges, did a good job on that. Granted, this was 2 or 3 weeks worth of tumbling in just coarse grit, rotating it out every week and recharging the grit. And then see, what did I do? First week, grit with a little bit of borax. Second week, open it up, recharge the grit with half the amount of what I originally used. And then the third week, a full fresh batch of grit with the borax. And then I did a week of medium grit. And then from there I did the pre-polish and then the polish, all a week each. And actually the polish was 8 days because I couldn't get out here to clean it out on day 7. So unfortunately, the shine is just not very good. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to do something else with them. And then I'll compare them to these here that came out from the Tumbler Ultra Vibe 10 to see which one will actually do a better job. And that'll take 2 or 3 days for that process to go. So when I continue on this video, it will be 2 or 3 days later to show you what these look like. And see how much more shinier they are, if they are at all. If it's a fail, you'll know. So next time you talk to me, right, next time I talk to you guys, we will have this other batch over here, ready, cleaned up, and out of the tumbler, and ready to show you guys. So again, let's take a good look at these so you know I'm not going to be smoking you and blowing smoke up you guys, so you know I'm being truthful and honest. We'll get a good look at some of these. Now this one here might be a fail rock because that piece of petrified wood, just not feeling right. But you got a mix of green jasper, petrified wood, mustard jasper, whatever type of jasper that is, that came out of Douglas County, Oregon. Some of these came out of the Willamette River. This is out of Lane County, Oregon. Lane County, Oregon. Lake County, Oregon. Go back and watch that video to see where those came from. So, there we go. Here's a good look of what I'm going to do one more step with. And we're going to see if it'll turn out better than these. But before we go, there's something I want to talk to you about, is the price of these. So, you're getting pretty good quality polish out of a vibrating tumbler that you can purchase from therockshed.com for $195 plus shipping. So that's not too bad. That's probably about the cheapest place I've ever seen one of these. I've seen them as high as $240, $270, $249 other places. So the Rockshed, and there's no sponsorship here. I'm just happy with their customer service and how quickly they get things to me. And they have what I need usually when I want it. Now, the Harbor Freight Chicago Electric Dual Drum Rotary Rock Tumbler. Those are typically $57.99. You could get a 20% off coupon for, and that would be $46.39, I believe. Your walk out the door price. So that is significantly less than this. But at the same time, you see what it's not producing. Not producing a polish. Some of you might have it figured out. Some of you might be getting very good polishes out of these. To me, this is a coarse grind tumbler only, and medium grit as well. So, that's just so far my opinion. But you know, I'm going to keep pushing forward and using everything that I've got to figure out what works, and I will share that information with you guys. So, again, next time you see these, for sure this time, they should be a lot more shinier. Okay, this is one day later. So I pulled a sample piece out, and I'm going to compare it to some of this stuff. So there's with that. Nope, not quite as good yet. So, back to polish. That piece there goes, along with the rest of the batch. Okay, well, this is yet one more day has passed. And there we go. Look at the shine on that. Again, we'll compare it to the other one that we compared to yesterday. Big improvement overnight. 24 hours. So what I think I'm going to do is run it one more day. Won't expect much of an improvement, but I'm going to hopefully we get a little bit more. And we'll do the final reveal of everything. So I had to wait for a while for this one so I could find it. But yeah. So the next time you see these, see this one anyway, it'll be with a pile of them over here. Then we'll compare it to what this new thing I have, which I'm not talking to you about yet, does with the Tumbler's Tumbler Ultra Vibe. And then I've got to throw these in there, which were also done on the Ultra Vibe. You see, it's not that good compared to what that's turning out to be. So, I've learned a lot, but I'm not to the point of being able to show you guys what I've learned, just the end result. Okay, fresh out of the tumbler, still wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of these and see if I can find the test one in here. And there it is. So we'll dry this one first, and then I'll show you how it compares to some of these others that I've been comparing it to that one right there. So here's all this material taken out and dried. And it looks incredible. So let's do compare and contrast here. It's one that we've been looking at now for the past few days. Nice and shiny, nice and clear. Look at this one here. It's not quite as clear. Now mind you, let's recap. These were originally polished in that. And these were polished in that. So what I did is I took these out, put them in something else to polish them, which I'm not going to get into right now. And this is the result. Yeah, I know I'm teasing you guys because I'm not telling you what I did to get this shine on these. So this has got just some beautiful, beautiful material though. And these are random pieces. And there are some in here that did not polish very well. That one wasn't the greatest. This one just did not do a very good job. But it's kind of a conglomerate. It's got some interesting stuff there. You can't tell with this color, with this light. There you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm almost tempted to run these through that step, that one step on how I got this quality. Kind of tempted to. Probably will. So there you go. There's my attempt at some polishing up some obsidian and petrified wood using a few different techniques. We know the Harbor Freight did not work to our liking for the polish, but it did just fine for the coarse and medium grit. The Thumbler's Tumbler Ultra Vibe 10 did an adequate job. But the one that I did the best, well, you know, another show. I'll show you what it can do in another video after I've got it figured out, because I'm still working with it and it's all new stuff to me, so I'm not ready to kind of show what's going on. Yeah, I know, I'm such a tease. That's okay. You'll want to come back and watch more. So just remember, everyone's life is an adventure. Then there's mine, out here in the world headquarters of Jaws Jr. Entertainment, polishing rocks. Doing a pretty good job of it now. This is the Adventures of Jaws Jr. Have a good one, everybody. See ya!